everybody, and welcome back to my channel, Subscription Boxes and More with Michelle. And what do I have to share with you today? Well, I got a box that I thought was my medication, and it was actually a box from Crayola. Some stuff I ordered to try out and see what it's like. So first thing, there's three things in this box. First thing I got was some liquid metal craft markers. Can you see that? Liquid metal craft markers. And here's the colors. So it says there is rose gold, silver, gold, bronze, titanium, and copper. So we're going to check these out in a minute, but I'm going to drop you down so you can see the paper. Next, I used to have these when I was in high school. I don't think they were a Crayola brand, but anyways, these are metallic outline markers. So you have like your metallic colors in the middle, and it's outlined by a different color of ink. So you can see kind of what that looks like there. And there's the colors for that. Let's see what they've got. It says red, hot magenta, green, azure, blue, violet, and black. And then this is something I have never ever heard of, guys. This is why I had to order. Watercolor crayons. Have you ever heard of such a thing? I have not, and I forgot to get a paintbrush, but we're going to try these out here in a minute. So there are the colors, and supposedly you can go from you know, how crayons usually color to like a smooth texture by adding water, and you can blend colors and things like that. And this says it comes with magenta, red, orange, peach, yellow, yellow-green, forest green, blue, violet, brown, black, and white. I'm going to go get a paintbrush because I forgot to get a paintbrush, and I'll be right back with you in just a moment. Alright, hopefully I have you where you're going to be able to see these things. First thing I'm going to open is the metallic markers. And I have cats drinking the paint water. Thankfully the paint water is clean right at the moment. I don't think I want them to be drinking it once I get started. Let's see, this tells you how to do it. With cap on, shake the marker vigorously for 20 seconds. Remove cap, place tip on paper, and then pump it up and down. And so we know it's basically the same way you do all things like this. And I have another cat drinking water, and yeah. So let's pop these out of here. Ugh. Luckily, I have a container that my metallic markers are going to be going on in, so that I don't have to keep that in any good shape. Alright, so that's what the markers look like. They have a nice grip right here. So, let's shake it. Come on, Nubs, get out of the paint water. Shake it. Hopefully you can see my paper well enough. I need to get a one of those setups where you can record from the top down. Good thing that water's clean, huh? Yeah. Look, guys. I don't know if you can see him, but he's drinking the water. I don't know. Alright. I don't think that's 20 seconds. But the paint is coming down. Alright. I have shaken that and gotten... I wish my lighting in here was better, but there you go. Trying to get some more light on the subject here. No. Alright, well anyways, there's the gold. I'm going to shake them all and prime them all, and I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I got them all primed, and I colored with, you know, got them writing. And here are the actual colors. I wrote out the names there. As you can see, the silver and the titanium are extremely close to the same shade. Gold and rose gold, you can tell the difference. Bronze and copper is very close. You can see them as you like move the paper and the shine hits it. You can tell better that they're different colors. But I think I would have liked to have had some different metallic shades rather than one so close to the same, like a metallic purple, a metallic blue, a metallic green, something like that, you know. But I do have that in other markers, so we can get it this way too, so you can see it. I like them. They're all right. Okay, well, I hope you can see this. I primed them all and I wrote with them a little bit, and all of them work fairly decently. Hopefully you can see like the silver in the middle and then the color of the marker. The one that worked the least well really was the black. It just looks more like a metallic black. It doesn't look like it's outlined with black really. But the rest of the colors work fairly well. Hopefully you can tell. I think you can tell the best on the red and the magenta and maybe the blue. So they do work. I think the ones I had in high school might have worked a little better. Hello, Bugatti. Mommy's boy. I gotta do my video. Can you? Oh, hello. Say hi. Say hi. All right. Can you jump down? All right. Next we have the crayons, and once we start doing this, it'd be best if the kitty cats didn't drink the water. See if I can get this open, get these out. Hopefully none are broken or anything. Oh, well, we had a paintbrush, so we didn't really need to get these. We used the one that came with it. Didn't realize it came with one. I thought the crayons were bigger. I thought they went this way instead of the direction, you know, instead of up and down. I thought they went sideways, and I thought they were bigger, more like, you know, kindergarten crayons, but that's fine. It'd be easier to write with at this size. So let's color them on the paper a little bit. We're going to swatch each one first. And then we're going to see what happens when we add the water. Alright, well, let me tell you something. The colors go on, I think, heavier than regular crayons, or maybe I just haven't colored with crayons. Sorry about that. Maybe I just haven't colored with crayons in a long time. Well, the white is next to the black, but I'm going to do like some black beside of that and like color the white over top of it and see if we can blend it together and make a gray, I guess. Alright, so here are all the colors swatched. And can you see how they're not filled in or anything? I'm going to add water to each color. Hopefully you can see me do that. I'll move things over. Try to get you in frame so that we can see me do that some. And down at the bottom of each one, I'm going to see what happens when we add water, like the bottom half of each color. So you can see the difference of, hey, what are you doing? Of where I added the water and where I did not. And then I will go on below that and see if we can get kind of a ombre effect. Huh. Okay. These are interesting, guys. These are really interesting. Yeah, I like these. I mean, they're definitely something different to doodle with, do some art with, and you know, they're going to take some getting used to, but I'm going to play around with them, see what I can do. But right now we're just laying down the color and seeing what it does when you add the water. You know, when you kind of activate it, you know. Some of them kind of blend out like into a lighter shade, you know, easier than others, you know, beyond where you colored. You can drag the color out of it better than other colors. I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's me or if it's the particular color. I really like these. I think I'll order these again. I want to play with them a little bit, but I think I'll order these another time. Almost done, guys. Can you see what I'm doing at all? I hope so. I can't tell where the camera is pointing, really. Because I'm not seeing as well with everything going on, I can't always tell where the camera is and what you're seeing, and if it's in focus or out of focus, and I apologize for that. Alright, we just have a couple more colors to go. The white, we're not going to be able to see anything, but I'll do it anyways. No, please don't. I know they're not toxic, or at least I don't think they're toxic, but let's not find out the hard way. No. No. No, sir. No nubs. Okay, the white is probably going to be better on a darker paper or layered over top of colors. I would say it did turn the black that I did beside of the white kind of a gray. All right, so I want you to see if you can see at the top about third is, no, get your feet out. Top about third of it is uncolored, is colored without water, okay? And then below that you have water, and then below that you have where I tried to drag it out beyond to get a really light shade, kind of an ombre effect. And see there, you can't really see the white. You might be able to on camera because it seems like it, but there it is where I tried to color white over the black to make it kind of a more gray. Here's the black by itself, the brown. So I like those. I'm going to try another. I'm going to pause you and grab another sheet of this paper. Now it may even work better on watercolor paper, but my watercolor paper is buried in my studio and I didn't want to take time to go get it. I should have, but I didn't. So I'm going to sketch out something a little bit, not going for like the best picture I've ever done, just trying to see what happens when you color it, and well, anyways, you'll see in a moment. All right, so I'm back with a piece of paper. Now I'm just going to do a very simple rose. I mean, very simple, okay, guys? I am not like an artist by any means. I'm a doodler, and I don't know what this is going to do, so what I'm going to try to do is like do it darker in the center of the petals, and then I was wanting to go outwards and go lighter, which I don't know that the magenta is actually lighter. We're going to go peach in a minute. I probably should not have gotten the magenta. Should have gone red and then peach maybe. Because there's not an actual pink. I wish it was an actual pink. No, this is orange. Well, we're going to go orange. We're just going to see what happens. We're going to have a multicolored flower. How about that? Not all what I was going for. It's a lack of colors. We'll blame it on that instead of me. This is how I like to draw roses. Okay, now we're going to go a peach layer. And we have a boo-boo helping us. What, boo-boo? What, Bugatti? Now we're going to use the darker green. Oh, I don't know, guys. I'm not an artist. I'm just trying to see what these pencils or crayons are like. Remember, I've never used these before. I'm just trying to see what happens when we add the water and try to blend it together. Just trying to get it figured out. We got a bit of a rainbow rose going on. I don't know what I was doing. I'm trying not to totally blur out my line so that you could still tell it's a rose. Now the orange and the peach would have been alright. Maybe the red and the orange and the peach even might have been alright. But as soon as I added that magenta, it really kind of blended out. No, it's not helping. I'll do a different picture and I'll show it to you a different day. I wonder if you can add color after you've, after it dries, so that you can maybe do layers of color. We can try that in a minute. Let's see if we can get it to dry a bit and add just a little bit more layers to it and fix up our funky looking rose a little bit. I think they definitely will take a little bit of getting used to, but for what they are, See if you can blend out those lines enough to, no. Nope, they're just like squigglies that you, well, that tells me something. I wish I don't know if you can color this on a palette and pick up the color. You know, something plasticky, a palette that's plasticky maybe. Didn't like that at all. Can't really put down a light, you know, background around it by, well, that's something I'll have to, like I said, I'll have to get used to. I'm used to using other things where I can do a line like that and turn it into sky or, you know, a background color. No, I just put brown in my background. Can't really get rid of that line too well. No, don't like that. Trying to rub it out. Again, I don't like that. Don't like that at all. I mean, I like that I don't lose my line, but I don't like that I can't. You should be able to go over it enough that it that you can get rid of it. And I think anything I'm going to do is put a hole in my paper eventually. Well, not what I was going for. I'm not really in a frame really good. Let me see. Stay out of the water. You are not dying of thirst. Okay, it's going to take a while for that paper to dry, but I'm wondering if you can put it down over the wet. You can. I'm putting red over the magenta, see if I can. They say you can blend. Let's see if we really can. Put a little red over the orange. Orange over the peach. Let's see if we can, what we can do with this now that we added a little bit more to it. That magenta's still just really throwing me off. I really hate that you can't blur out that line when you, I mean, not with the blue. You can with the other colors a bit, but not too much with that blue. I don't like that. Anyways, guys, remember, I wasn't going for realism or anything. I was just going for seeing what you can do with the different crayons. I'm just adding some lines back in, just some, trying to get some paint petals drawn in here, because we lost them when we... Alright, well, not what I was going for at all. See, I don't like that you can't color on the color and then blur out. On some of the colors you can. On the blue, obviously you can't. I was trying to, you know, make kind of a background around it. Not so much, not necessarily sky, but background. I don't know if I can color, like, say, onto this plastic and then use that for adding water and using it like a palette. Try that. You know, pick up the color and put down the color. You can. But you are still going to end up with a dark spot. Add more water to it. Make sure you have enough water so that you can move it around, which the first time I didn't, because I was afraid to have too much water. But you can use it, as long as you have enough water, you can pick it up and lay down some color like I was trying to do. But you gotta have enough water. If you don't have enough water, you're still gonna get a harsh line. But, you know, sometimes you might want that, but otherwise you can. So if you have a palette, you can also color onto the palette. You don't have to go directly on the paper. So you can sketch out your drawing with a pencil, which I would suggest, and use a palette, the palette method, and paint it in. Unless you really want that harsh line. And maybe. Alright, well anyways, as I was saying, you can get a nice, you know, kind of a wash if you make sure you add enough water. Just, you know, use like you can use a glass plate because it's water soluble. You can use a nice, you know, glass plate or something very smooth plastic, not like something that's a porous plastic. And you should be able to, or an actual paint palette, and you should be able to color it in and use that. Like I have a watercolor paint palette that's like I don't know, I think it's like an acrylic or something. And I can use that and get more of a wash. So you could draw your picture with a pencil and paint it in, or you could draw it with the crayons themselves, but just remember that you're going to end up with harsh lines, places that won't blur out, like that blue. And I don't, you know, but you know, it's a learning curve, right? So we kind of got sorry, so my husband's diabetic meter beeping all the time. It's sort of a red, orange, rose, kind of a different thing. And you know, it's just trash. It was just you know, just to try them out. And but maybe I'll do a different picture and show you guys in a different video. You know, hey, I did this with those crayons, and see, I figured it out a little better. So with that, guys, tell me, what do you think? What do you think of the watercolor crayons? Is it something that you're interested in? Is it something you've ever used? What do you think of the outline metallic markers? I think they're neat. As I said, back to those, they are not quite as the outline's not quite as wide, not quite as distinct as the ones I had in high school, but they're still really interesting, and you know, you can get a neat effect with your on your lettering and things on a picture. And then we have the metallic markers over here that I think that they're really neat, but there's not quite as much variation between the colors. There is, but there isn't. Of course, you're probably not going to use silver and titanium right next to each other. And now that they're dry, you can see the color distinction a lot better. And you can see it also, I think, better on camera than you can in person. And again, there's the actual watercolor crayons so that you can see. For some reason, some of them, these colors, you can buff out the, you can sort of get the lines, the harsh lines out better than you can the darker colors. Down here, it's harder to blend those lines out. Can you see what I'm talking about? So the first, you know, 6 you can blend out really well, and white, I don't know, because you can't tell that well, but those darker colors, not so much. So that's probably why the palette method would be better, unless you don't care that you can tell that there were scribble marks underneath. And then if that's the look you're going for, well, there you go. But all right, so anyways, tell me what you think. They are by Crayola. I will leave the link. I'll probably leave the link to each one of the products in case you're interested in checking them out for yourself. None of them were terribly expensive. They were fun to use. I liked them, I enjoyed them, I will use them again. I will play with those crayons until I get something, you know, a technique that that works for me, that I'm happy with. And anyways, yeah, I'm kind of impressed. I'm kind of impressed with the crayons specifically. And these are just a lot of fun, these outline markers. They're just a lot of fun, and they'll be nice to do some lettering. And of course, the metallic markers are good for anytime you need some metallic in your drawing or whatever. I just wish they were a little finer lined. I wish they were like a fine line on one end and a medium you know, point on the other end. That would have been nice, but that's not what I bought. So anyways, and please give me that big old thumbs up, because you know that would really help my channel. And subscribe to my channel, please, because I'm getting close to that 1,000, so I can finally get monetized. That would be so amazing. That is my goal. If I could just get monetized, I will feel like I accomplished something. And please share my video with others so that maybe they might subscribe as well. You never know, they just might do that. And sorry about that. And thank you so much for watching and for listening to me babble. I will see you again soon in another video. Bye, guys.